Alrighty, testing. Alrighty. Looking good. Hey yo, what is up YouTube? Today we're reacting to Taledo. In a breakdown of anime's most gut-wrenching VTuber identity stories. Let's get right into it.
The guy I created! The persona I love! I won't let anyone deny that identity! I'm so sad!
You've all been on social media in the past couple years or so, you've likely come across one of those creatures called a VTuber. These virtual entertainers who use an animated avatar for content instead of a typical face cam seem to be everywhere, whether you love them or can't stand them. I've talked about this industry way too much on this channel,
I know y'all
Jesus
can't stand
Christ.
me.
From overarching cultural topics, rising stories of greatness, community issues, and industrial change with controversy. But there's one part about VTubing I absolutely love that I feel I neglected showing off its importance. The VTuber identity.
Who are you?
We think of identity as the sense of who or what a person is, how we're perceived by others, and how we in turn perceive ourselves. It's our core sense of being, and that identity is kind of the core of VTubing. Behind every anime model, character, personality, and streamed content, there is the person inside, the one behind them, with their own hiccups and struggles in their journey. Countless people use the VTubing medium to further grow and accomplish their dreams that seemed impossible, and countless other people who watch these VTubers use them as motivations for their own paths moving forward. It's a pretty heartwarming subject, so I wanted to see how another medium would take on this subject.
I love the way he explains everything down to the bone, which is true. Like, we're not just people to make you laugh and you know, make you throw up and spit out your guts. We're people who, at the end of the day, just, you know, want to make you happy and make your life a little less miserable than, you know, life makes it out to be.
The anime medium. I wanted to find an anime that best portrayed the story regarding VTubers, the journey surrounding them, and the overarching identity, plus the hype moments and aura. And in my quest to find that one, I found two instead. Jellyfish Can't Swim the Night and Mysterious Disappearances. Two completely
I've only seen one of them.
genres
I've only seen
with
one of
arcs
them.
depicting anime's most
It's Jellyfish Can't Swim
VTuber
at Night.
identity stories.
So I kind of like know the lore of this, but not all.
Hey, yo, it's Taledo, that fallen angel kicked out of heaven.
Oh,
Get
it's
some snacks, get
Taledo.
some water, get a spoiler warning, and let's get on to video.
I know you like my style. That's the gritty, looking pretty while I crack a smile.
Ogawa Sumireko was a child writing prodigy. At only 15 years old, she was winning Newcomers Awards, receiving praises from countless editors, and getting her own work published. But now she's gone from SGA level aura to Celtic Shack.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
Now being 28 years of age, Sumireko is stuck as nothing more than a bookstore employee with an 18-year-old co-worker who spams like older woman memes. To say the least, she's stuck. Struggling to write anything worthwhile nowadays, she looks at her childhood as a lost memory.
Seems like your typical.
That's weird. On an earlier shift, her
isekai.
manager gave her that book as a gift. Something
tells me she's gonna get
left it at
sucked into the book.
Might as well read it. Not like you're doing anything better right now.
Like I said, I haven't seen this one. I've seen the other one, but it looks predictable.
Huh. Wouldn't it be crazy if you just magically got younger?
Oh.
Well, at least you can go back to writing with aura again. But the reality begins to hit.
That kid reminds me too much of Killa.
Sumireko read something that shouldn't be read aloud. A curiosity. A cursed spirited object that appears in the world to cause terror and supernatural harm. The only one who knows the dangers of these experiences is that same co-worker,
Or not Killa,
and Sumireko, now with age transforming abilities, joins him and his sister Otto in their paranormal investigations. Welcome to Mysterious Disappearances, a series in which the cast investigates the town's curiosities, causing stuff like students overheating or people mysteriously disappearing without a trace, all linking to old Japanese mythology, folklore, and urban legends. I had a decent time with it, although it can get kind of confusing and messy. However, I didn't hear about this anime the typical way. There was a unique character playing as its promotion support captain, VTuber Spotted, and she comes into play on episode 9. You remember that little sister character we briefly mentioned? She has a bestie named Nodaka. She has to deal with the rigorous tutor and her parents' expectations of her taking over the family business. But for Nodaka, all of this is so
Oh,
boring.
yikers.
It's no fun. She'd much rather sing, dance, and grind towards her true dream of being an idol.
Yeah, become an idol,
but
girl.
She can't just betray her family's expectations.
I mean, we'll go to school. Go to school
In her
first and
fits
then
of
become
frustration,
an idol.
Nodaka turns to one person she always leans on for support.
人魚姫の VTuber 姫の夜分だよ
Yoramon's stream is packed with a lot of
Vtuber.
different moments. Actively interacting and responding to chat messages, showing off her
She an
modeling
elf? Nope.
assets, talking about
She
VTuber
gotta make
items
it a
like
VTuber,
pillow
right?
keychains, body pillow covers,
Oh,
and
whoa,
mouse
whoa,
pads,
whoa.
being flooded by super chats and having to warn people to save their money, yet thanking them for all of their support, all before
That's so common, though. That's so common. No, no, no. Save your money, guys. Oh, thank you for the 1,000. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But save your money, save your money. Oh, what are you doing? Save your money. Oh, thank you so much for the 100. Oh, well. I need it for groceries this month, but I appreciate it. Thank you. This is so fucking... Oh my god.
being flooded by super
Too
chats
real.
again, and being constantly teased and bullied by her chat.
トルムンが万が一デートするとしたらどこに行きたいですか
Imagine getting
万が一
bullied
って
for your
失礼だ
model.
ぞ
Damn, who this referencing, Numi?
I'm such a fucking prick.
If you thought, damn, this is actually a very accurate depiction of what it's like watching a VTuber, you'd be thinking the same thing I was. Like, they either did very thoughtful research, or the writer is just a VTuber fan. Oh, they're definitely
Oh.
a VTuber fan. But the
Okay.
stream gives Nodaka the courage to send a message to Yoramon that she dreams of being an idol but fears betraying her parents. She was perceived most stressful moment of a fan's life, and Yoramon gave her the encouragement she needed.
私はね応援するよその夢私も似たようなもんだからさ私はね V じゃなかったらこんな多くの人に見てもらえるアイドルにはなれなかったんだでも
I have
V
nothing
に
to
出
say
会
in
え
that
て道が
situation.
開
It's
けたん
really
よ
hard.
それって夢を諦めなかったからだと思うよね
Sometimes
ソースは私だから私
There's
は
approval
ここ
and
でずっと
disapproval.
応援してるよ
Like an idol. See, VTubers and idols have a lot of parallels, and there are a lot of
Just
aspiring idols out there that made their dreams a
where
reality
your heart
using the
wants
VTubing
to.
medium. An example being Hochimachi Suisei, a VTuber who had massive idol aspirations but was denied across countless agencies. She later found the VTubing medium's possibilities and worked rigorously hard as a self-insert idol before getting her big break at Hololive. And Suisei, plus countless other VTubers out there, stand as sources of motivations for others to work just as hard as they did, like idols. Energy refilled. Thanks to Yoramon's support, Nodaka feels so much happier. Her love for VTubers and its culture helps her have dreams of her own, and she even yaps to her teacher about all that she knows about them, because no matter how hard life gets,
They're
with her
addicting.
Oshi support, Nodaka is able to work just a bit harder. Hey VTuber fans, do you know that special word for a VTuber going away? You know, graduation. My fault, gang. Sorry for reopening the heartbreak. But unfortunately, the popular VTuber Yoramon announced her retirement. To say this broke Nodaka would be an understatement. Her source of inspiration is gone. She can't concentrate on
fucking
studies, and her
sniped.
dreams of being an idol are fading away fast. Then the
Oh,
unexpected
Lord.
happened. The retired VTuber Yoramon appears in front of her, and now she's right by her side, cheering her on just like before. Nodaka's back to working hard again. But as many other cases in this
And
series,
spirit. Oh, what the hell?
something's not right. News starts circulating of people
the
all across Japan
frick?
collapsing and being hospitalized from overwork. Oto also notices that Nodaka has been tweaking as of lately. It all ties back to a curiosity, one
right
that
now
is
making this video.
hypothetically transformed into a digital spirit and broke the VTuber free from
I'm
its
on one
shackles, enacting
bottle
harm
of
to
water
the
right
humans
now.
in its reaches. The VTuber appears to even more people, taking over their TVs and streams to encourage them into overworking before their eventual collapse. You know, Ren knows a way to fix Nodaka's problem and eliminate Yoramon, but Yoramon means way too much to let go of the last bits she has of her. But then, Nodaka meets a soft-spoken, anxious, and disabled woman, Hanamura Mikomo.
Oh, is that
Who's the
her?
person inside Yoramon. Mikomo
Oh,
used to
it
be an
is.
active and energetic kid with idol aspirations, but she later was diagnosed with an incurable progressive disease.
Oh.
She lost the ability to walk, and whether it was climbing upstairs, going shopping, or even the restroom, she was always burdening someone. But the worst part was knowing the pain she caused her parents. Seeing them cry at the dinner table, or her mom wishing she gave her
No.
child a better body, that all made her want to run away. failing to have any hope in her life.
You can't
But
say
it
that
was
in front of your
Yoromon who
child.
saved her.
The
Yoromon
flip.
who
I
helped
know
her
it's
to
stressful,
finally
but
look
damn.
forward. After finding out about VTubers, she sent an application to an agency and was luckily selected. Everyone there emphasized with
Luckily.
her experience, working to design and cultivate a virtual character around her condition. That was why she was a mermaid. And by becoming Yoromon, she can entertain, motivate, and cheer on people who are struggling just like her, and ultimately change her life. Damn. The accessibility of VTubing is one worth mentioning. You don't need to show your face or heavily move a lot. All you need is your voice, the passion to create, and that opportunity to make it happen. There's a VTuber story reflecting this that many know of already. The story of the famous VTuber Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse originally planned to pursue a career as an opera singer, but sicknesses
really?
throughout her life led to her later being diagnosed with common variable immunodeficiency. The disorder led her bedridden, entirely dependent on her parents,
I
and
knew about that,
isolated
though.
from everyone. She began to lose all the hope she had, but later, after being inspired by VTubers like Kazuna Ai, she became a streamer in hopes of just finding anyone to talk to, and created the
What the
VTuber
fuck?
character Iron Mouse that changed Kazuna Ai. She became a streamer in hopes
Hold on, my big ass model's in the way. Holy fucktard. That's what she used to look like. I did not know. I've only known her for
but sicknesses throughout. VTuber story reflecting this that many know of already. The story of
this one. I guess Mom Noji.
the famous VTuber Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse
I only known
originally
her for
planned to
that one,
pursue
the
a
first
career
ever
as an
one.
opera singer, but sicknesses throughout her life led to her later being diagnosed with common variable immunodeficiency.
If you
The
knew that was her
disorder
old
led
model,
bedridden, entirely
if
dependent
you knew
on
that was her old
parents, and
model,
isolated
let me know in the
from
let me
everyone.
know in
She began
the
to lose
comments,
all the hope
not in the
she
chat.
had, but later, after being
Comments. I'm
inspired
so
by
flabbergasted
VTubers like
right now.
Kazuna Ai, she became a streamer in hopes of just finding anyone to talk to, and created the VTuber character Iron Mouse that changed her life forever.
Man, 4 years ago, I was in a really fucked up place. CAD. But that's it for me, you know? I was ready to just give up, but I didn't. And I kept thinking, there has to be something that I can do. There has to be something I can do. And I found it. And I'm just really happy that we're here together. So thank you very much.
After multiple years of streaming, Iron Mouse is reaching peaks unfeasible for not just VTubers, but female streamers as a whole. It's actually kind of interesting how much the story of this anime character and Iron Mouse line up. Very similar, in fact, but for Yoromon, there wasn't a happy solution. Mikumo got so caught up in helping others, she pushed her body too hard, leading to her retirement. There was one silent wish Mikumo had, to continue cheering everyone on. That was the true root of this curiosity. Not like bloodthirsty, vengeful spirit looking to hurt people, but a confused Gare image spirit. One that's desperately trying her hardest to fulfill Mikumo's wish. Yet, with the trouble it's causing, excessive support may be just as bad as a curse. There's a way to save her and drive out the spirit from causing all these problems. But that would mean erasing Yoromon. So, how is
Deleting the
Nodoka
whole
taking
character.
this?
この夜もあなたみたいにいなくなったりしない。ファンを置き去りにしたりしないんだ。
Seems like she's not taking it well.
のどかさん、その声で話しかけないで。
What, are we dead ass? Just think about this for
She a
a moment.
child.
Imagine you're a VTuber, you have poor health and
Imagine.
run yourself into the ground overworking yourself to stream for fans. And then a fan claims you're the one who abandoned them as she looks at your crippled body.
Look! Tired of it.
I get she's a kid, but the audacity! Yoromon is what brought Mikumo's dream to life, but Mikumo won't be able to go out much longer. So the last thing Mikumo can do is save Yoromon from the pain of the world. All she needs is a stage to send her off.
何をすればいいの？
An announcement goes live of Yoramon's final graduation stream. Everyone spreads the news, and
Yeah,
over
that's what they usually
20,000
do.
people are live waiting. So what the hell are we doing? Ren explains how these Japanese festivals have a
She
sort
just
of
up and
structure
graduated.
in which
I didn't even
deities
think of the
and spirits
graduation
are
stream.
firstly greeted,
That's how they
then
usually
made
go off.
welcome before being sent off. These spirits manifest through divine
Ooh, la, la,
possession,
la,
a
ooh, ba,
priestess,
da, da, ooh,
and
ba, da, da,
believers.
ooh.
In the VTubing case, there's the avatar, the person behind the avatar, and the fans watching before being sent off
Fans.
with the graduation stream. VTubers fulfill all the requirements, but in a simulated form. Interesting. Now that they've effectively calmed the spirit down, there's only one thing left to do.
卒業ライブを始めましょう。
Mikomo uses the official Yorimon YouTube account to talk with the Yorimon spirit. Both of them respond back to each other in conversation, with the chat
So they're
having
conversing with
absolutely no clue
themselves.
what's going on. Keep in mind that they aren't seeing both sides here. They are seeing the VTuber talk to themselves.
No.
But Mikomo has to show Yorimon the news. How many of her fans have been overworked and hospitalized by this curse, and
She's saying get the hell.
私、迷惑だった。
wait, no. This isn't what she wanted. All she wanted was to support people, cheer them on, push them forward. She didn't intend for any of this to happen. She just wanted to help. But messages from fans help remind her of everything. She made them forget the bad things in life. She gave them the motivation to work hard every morning. She supported them in their mental struggle.
Amen.
The reason they managed
Amen.
to hang in there during all the hard times was because of her. She was the little helper, their Oshi, their idol. And because of Yorimon, they can walk on their own now. Both Yorimon and Mikomo did their best. They worked their
Aw, that's so
absolute
sweet.
hardest together. And they made so many people's lives better. But things have to come to an end. Now, it's time for both of them to say goodbye.
Wanna buy a great
Mikomo
man.
will be joining Yorimon soon.
それは違うよ。あなたにもまだまだいいことがあるんだよ。
Oh, that's so nice of you to say, Yor. What the f- Why? What is... You may As past Taledo loses their mind, future Taledo is here to tell you that this moment magically cured Mikomo's ailment and she regained the ability to walk. They call her
You're
the
saying
Super
she
Jesus,
kissed her a
and
lot.
thus Yorimon sang farewell, appearing
Oh,
across
Lord.
the entire town before disappearing into the stars.
I need to know
There's a
more about
literary
this
phrase
show.
I feel
I'm gonna start probably
contextualizes
watching it.
VTubers, this story, as well as many other VTuber stories before.
yep,
How
yep,
a character
yep.
comes to
Yeah, yeah,
life
yeah.
when the character is so believable that it feels like it's their own being acting on its own accord. The character has enough power to control the story and achieve the author's purpose. Yorimon is that character and soul for Mikomo. It means so much to everyone. Reminds me of VTubers a lot. The way the VTuber means so much to people and how people are still connected to characters like Coco or Fauna even after their graduations. That's how impactful the VTuber identities are. A new purpose to achieve for not just the fans as motivation, but for the actor inside. And it seems Yorimon had one purpose left.
ヨルムンは自力で似姿を増やしたんです。助けたい人のために。
She's all over the world now.
ヨルムンが一番応援したかったのは、ミカモさん、あなたです。
Helping anyone accomplish whatever miracles possible. And that's just one anime VTuber identity story. You got this fine. Like the video and subscribe.
Shut your bitch ass up.
If there was a word to describe 17-year-old
Yeah, now we're
Mahiru
gonna- we're gonna-
Kozaki, it'd be disconnected. Everyone around her seems to have something that pushes them. Her classmates have their
The one
eyes on
anime I actually
entrance
watched,
exams and what's
back,
ahead. Her
a
childhood
couple
friend
months
is a
back.
student council president and a popular content creator, and her little sister is always
I remember
talking about
voting,
going viral and
um,
how sleeping faces of actual high school
for this
girls
in
is
the anime
most
awards
coveted
as well.
content.
Better call
It wasn't bad. It was pretty
Mahiru
good.
doesn't really know what she wants to do, but there's this unresolved feeling of wanting to be worth something. She did have that something, funny enough. She was a skilled artist and illustrator, but
Your art fucking sucks.
yeah, she quit. But looking back at the remnants of her lost passions being
Don't give a shit.
defiled,
Don't give
there
a
was
shit about
one
people think don't
person
give a
who
shit.
gave her a voice. A huge fan who stood for her even when she couldn't stand for herself. That unexpected admirer just so happened to be Kano Yamanochi, a former
Love
pop idol trying to make a
yourself,
comeback as an
your
anonymous
art,
singer after her previous career blew up in flames.
Your
But the two
creativity,
girls
your
decided
unique
to combine their
style,
talents and
and
pursue their
everything
dreams
and
once
anything.
more with a new virtual music project, Jelly. Yurakura, or Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, is a show that centers around a group of 4 girls and their work towards going viral with making virtual music videos, each overcoming personal struggles and past shackles along the way, while tackling subjects like bullying, imposter syndrome, ego searching, media scandals, and familiar pressures. It's a surprising yet modern take on the social media industry. It also featured an IRL updating Twitter account as the show aired, a full-fledged VTuber performed by Rei Takanashi, and a very close character dynamic between the 2 main girls with a kiss scene that blew up the fandom. The relationship didn't really go anywhere. Story and plot-wise, there's a lot
Spoilers.
good and bad, but this isn't a review where I complain. I'd rather focus on one of the best parts of the show. its VTuber character. Iwatase, known by their VTuber persona as Nox Ryugasaki, is Mahiru's childhood friend and Jelly's video
I
editor,
loved
the
her.
one that animates
Favorite
the music
character.
videos
Not
the
because she was
viewer
a
gets to
VTuber,
see at
because
the
she
end
was
of certain
amazing and cute.
episodes. But deep down, she's a superhero, the strongest individual, the president of the student council with countless friends, a source of inspiration,
Oh,
and
damn,
the
who's gonna
world's
tell
main
him?
event. A popular VTuber who's absolutely
Hey, that's my tradition.
Kiyui's the bestie that has their whole life together. Basically that guy. She just like me, it's hard being so goated. But yeah, Kiyui's just that amazing. That's what they always say though. It seems weird. How does Kiyui have enough free time for Jelly and late night VTubing while also being a student council president? Why have Kiyui and Mahiru never
Why are we
hung
questioning
out
it?
or met
What
in
if she just
person
that
since their
what-
childhood? Why does the
was
viewing
she-
audience
yeah.
only see Kiyui
What if she just
in
that
their
amazing?
darkly lit bedroom? Then you learn why. In episode 3, Mahiru spots two girls at a cultural festival with the same uniform of Kiyui's high school. Casual conversation ensues, and Mahiru asks one curious question.
You know a girl named Watase? Watase? You know, the really energetic cool
Watase?
girl who's student council president?
Who the f is this?
The president's name is Mizugochi. One innocent question causes Kiyui's double life to come crashing down.
A group of 5 of us went to a diner today, and the bill was exactly 7,777 yen! Isn't that a miracle?
Wow, yeah. I mean, that's wild.
That's
Hey,
wild.
maybe she's talking about Kiwi Watase.
Oh, the one who stopped coming to school. And then at the all-you-can-drink beverage station?
Hey, today was the first day of my school fair. And while I was there selling tickets, I met some girls from your school.
You mean you heard?
Yeah. So
I see.
Then why'd you say that?
what?
Then why'd you say that's wild?
You just said that while we were talking. Did you say that thinking, what a liar?
No,
Oh,
hey,
no.
that's not what I meant.
You just go along with what anyone says.
Kiwi was the true one, disconnected. When Kiwi went to her first day at a major prep all-girls high school, she was just like her childhood self, in superhero mode. The main event looking to make everyone's day fun and a real-life party, but something wasn't right. This was a completely different environment
just-
from childhood.
Look how quickly they all turn their head. Like, what the fuck?
The main event looking to make everyone's day fun and a real-life party,
I'm the most awesome person in this damn school.
but something wasn't right. This was a completely
All right,
different
whatever.
environment.
All right, whatever. Back to the learning board. Oh man, I think sad but true story. I was just like this, but then I had to hide my weirdness so that I could be officially, as what you guys would call, normal.
From childhood.
But,
Schoolgirls weren't into her action figures collection,
know,
the ability to make animations,
on,
or her Chunibyo-like personality.
I
The
didn't
world
give in.
changed around them.
I
Their
just started
natural
acting the way I
identity and
wanted
sense
to.
of self was ostracized and called into question. Kiwi instead was the weird kid. Yet despite seeing her bestie also struggle in making
No, not
friends,
the
instead of
weird kid.
confiding in each other's similar struggles, Kiwi lie, and keep up the persona that she was still the amazing hero that Mahiru
Damn, I'd
always
fucking
looked
be
up
friends
to,
with
when
her.
she was the complete opposite. In episode 7, you learn what
We'd
made
be
Kiwi
a great
completely
duo.
run away from school. Teachers, the ones meant to guide and protect kids in need, thought it weird that Kiwi hadn't grown out of her phase. That's when she
Anyone
truly
can be an
realized
animator.
it. Running away didn't stop the world berating her core being.
What, are you a kid? It's so cringy, right?
Her personality and interests were mocked.
A woman calling herself a guy?
Wow, that's painful.
Bitch, what did you just say? A woman calling herself a guy? It's cringe, it's funny, it's embarrassing. Well, you know what? I'm not a guy, but you can suck my dick.
Too funny.
Gender expression was called into question, and no matter how baggy she made her clothes,
You're actually pretty cute.
Oh no, that's so relatable.
the world became too suffocating,
Oh.
and Kiwi faltered. She became addicted to dumping all her money into games for power-ups just to feel strong again, all in the desire of feeling how she felt before, invincible.
It's
But in
been like,
truth,
what, 2
the
months since I've seen this?
superhero
Holy
was
shit.
nothing more than weak,
I already forgot
fragile,
important
and
details.
weird. The reality began to hit for Kiwi.
I don't belong anywhere anymore.
and so she ran away.
No.
Hikikomori, a form of severe social withdrawal. It's a term commonly used in Japanese culture for young people who have become complete social recluses, ultimately resulting in them becoming confined in their own homes and failing to participate in society. Some of these people can also be NEET, not in employment, education, or training.
Neat.
Whichever the label, it's a memes of calling you a certified bum.
Loser! You're a loser!
Both NEETs and hikikomoris are ridiculed and scrutinized as lazy and unproductive individuals, parasites who bring
It's
shame
just a
to their
different
family
type
name,
of
and those that fail to
life.
conform to Japanese societal
Doesn't mean you're a
standards.
loser.
As there's an old proverb, the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. You are expected to conform to the norm. So whether it's due to mental issues, no motivation to work, or resentment towards society, they become withdrawn from it. As we described here, Kiwi is like a hikikomori, a shut-in that stays at home all day and only goes outside to buy snacks for gaming, and being supported by their parents. There's one place Kiwi turned to, a way to make money, form new bonds, change their name, look, and body to what they want to be, and be accepted for being themselves. A way to move on from the past and make a new
Them
life.
VTubers.
How did you become neat? I talk about it often, but because I don't know, I think I'm just being tired
Yeah.
of socializing with people as well. That's a part of reason.
This is Henya the Genius, a successful VTuber for the agency B Shoujo and an ever-present hikikomori. She has opened about experiences that led her to being socially recluse, commonly discussing times when she was in school. She stood out like a sore thumb due to her appearance. She was ostracized for her differences, and even teachers failed to help her. She fell away
God
from
almighty,
conformity, and it
this
became
world has
hard
gone
to
to
talk
shit.
to people.
It's harder to forget. It's especially when you get bullied or stuff. Yeah. People sucks. People sucks.
There are many other VTubers who have revealed phases of being hikikomori or
hate that
needs
other
in their
people
life, or they're
can relate to
actively in those
this.
cases. Severe disabilities, a lack of motivation to work, or a factor of social
Oh,
alienation,
Lord.
and times when that lifestyle brought them to their absolute lowest.
正直なんか多分今まで生きてきた中で死を一番感じてた。なぜ生きているのかというとこまでたどり着くかな。普通にもうすっとたどり着くからニードって。
But for these people, there's the internet. It allows them to gain community and be accepted when they weren't in their lives. And that revolves a big portion of the VTuber identity. And so, Kiwi became the VTuber Nox Ryugasaki,
Yeah, the
changing their
internet's my
persona
coping
into an
mechanism.
ideal appearance, forming personal connections behind the screen, and starting a new
Believe
life.
it.
She did make up stories of being a successful hero and student council president, but this could be argued as
And deal
kayfabe,
with
a
it.
VTuber culture term from professional wrestling in which stage
fuck was
performances
that?
are portrayed as authentic and genuine to immerse fans in the experience. But Nox Ryugasaki is
Looks like they wanted
Kiwi's
me to
chance of redemption. It obviously
out of my
didn't fix
seat.
everything. The
Look,
lies
but
of
that
being
jump
stuck in
scare.
her room, but she was finally doing something. And her friend Mahiru, the same friend she lied to, kept in the dark, and exploded at just days before, helped her finally come out of her cave. And this jelly project has been a new ocean where she can swim. She developed dreams of being a teacher in order to help the kids who ended up alone and afraid like she was. This was her life. Not those sad school
This
memories
is
or
beautiful.
judgmental stares. This life she created can't be taken away from her. Until it is.
This was bound to happen at some point.
Info about the people behind Jelly circles the web. Nox Ryugasaki's real name floods the stream chats. No matter how many messages Kiwi hides, new messages appear. But the worst part is now,
she's deleting it.
everyone knows the truth.
no.
Story of Kiwi Watase, a girl from a prestigious high school that mysteriously stopped coming to school and was secretly a lying piece of shit.
This nigga is lying, Chad. I promise to God, I'm on my knees. This nigga is lying.
Or messages flood from previous childhood friends mocking her BS of being popular. Oh, someone made an entire compilation article on her. Damn! Motherfuckers come out of nowhere just to hate. But it just never
It be like that
stops.
sometimes.
It changed everything she hated about herself. All to start a completely new life. She lied about everything she wasn't. All to not let people down and be perceived as weak. But getting doxxed may have ruined it all.
Lord
and now
have
back in
mercy.
her childhood town to help with Mahiru's dilemma,
words.
she has to deal with society head on. A society that viewed them as
They're really punch
abnormal
man
for
strong.
not conforming. A society that pushed them into a corner. A society that failed to help her in need. A society that wouldn't relent her story.
What a say's in it. What a liar.
Why don't you just quit being
Never.
weird and live?
Where's they? I should make fun of the voice actor. He did his job really good. wanting to be hated.
conforming, a society that pushed them into
Holy
a corner,
crap.
a society that failed to help her in need, a
I
society
can't,
that wouldn't relent her
I can't be
story.
serious.
What a sage in it. What a liar.
Why don't you just
Trying
quit
to
being
bully
weird
her.
and live like a
I can't
normal
even
person
take
for
him
once in your
seriously. He's
life?
trying to bully her when you're trying to bully a girl when you have a voice like that. What the fuck, dude?
All the bad memories come rushing towards her. Maybe it is what it is, and she's
Not
just
forget
getting
the
what she
character,
deserves.
not the voice actor
'Cause you can't
themselves. They
change
did
your
a
past.
fantastic
Hey.
job.
Huey, do you know what I've always
Oh,
liked about
Lord.
you? What your best quality is?
The way everyone loved me and how I shined with awesomeness, right? But the real me isn't that.
You can hate on a
No matter who was watching, you pretended like you were invincible.
cutie
That you were
patootie.
the main event. With total confidence, too.
Even if you were always lying. Even if you made everything up.
I know that in the end, you'll nail the landing. Like a true hero.
But two ideas persist.
Defend
How did
her.
Huey make everything happen? By taking control of her life, utilizing
s-
friend support, taking up new opportunities, and
you
standing as
speak.
a source of light and inspiration for others. And how else did Huey show that? By the help of their VTuber avatar, Nox Ryugasaki, the world's main event.
I never.
No.
What I just said was,
Even if she was considered weird and outside the standard, even if she lied and ran away from life,
I never changed! Not one bit, okay?
Huey was still a superhero.
Normal people like you have no idea what it's like to get mocked for just saying you love the things you love. Your body keeps growing on its own, and when you wear the clothes you like, people stare. You don't know how that feels. But still, I let the world get the better of me. I couldn't even go to school, and I hate myself for that. I wanted to love who I am as Huey Wannabe again. I tried, but I couldn't. That's why my looks, my voice, my body, my clothes, my personality, where I belong, my backstory, I created so that I could love myself. So don't
it took
deny me
that
that.
much.
The guy I created, the persona I love,
Just to
I won't
prove
let
her-
anyone deny that identity.
Oh, my
I'm
lord.
The unrivaled, invincible Vtuber, Nox Ryugasaki. You got a freaking problem with that?
That's right. Shouldn't have to go
To
that
say
far
that
if it
Huey's
weren't
story
for
is perfectly told
for
would be an
Bacchus, man.
absolute lie. I could list off so many issues I have execution-wise
Yeah,
and missed
but-
opportunities with
I'm not reading all
honestly
that.
both animation
You can
and
pause the video and read
but
it.
these VTuber stories are still something I love, connecting their shackles of their natural sense of self into societal pressures, their VTuber persona, and their goals of accomplishing their dreams. Telling you don't need to fit in, you don't need to have everything together, you just need the love and passion. In Yuramon's case, I love the power the character beholds and how anyone can reach these type of goals. And in Kiwi's case, I love the overcoming struggles to love themselves again. Plus, I kinda see a cool genderqueer allegory. No, do not look at me like that. I could name you so many instances of the series giving Kiwi's experience a genderqueer connection. This is not a headcanon. This is in the actual show. Stop calling me too woke! But no matter what pathway you take, no matter what struggles are in your way, stand up to the world and achieve your own identity, either in the
Yeah.
real world, the virtual world, or both. But hey, it's been Taledo, that fallen angel kicked out of heaven.
Alrighty. Well, if you made it this far, leave a comment on the bottom of the video, like, subscribe. Alright, Oyashimi, I'm gonna head to bed, and probably eat some Pop-Tarts. Good night.